What's going on, Virgo? I hope you are doing very well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for mid to late January 2022. So in this reading, we're going to take a look at some upcoming opportunities and challenges coming your way. We're also going to close off with some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides. So you are all most definitely very welcome here in this space with me, Virgo, as we go through the reading. Thanks a lot for dropping by and taking the time to check out the reading. I do really appreciate it. If you find that it resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I would also really appreciate that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy here for you, Virgo, for mid to late January 2022 and see what wants to come through. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Virgo. Got two more here, Virgo, two more. All right, let's see what we got here for you, Virgo. Give me a second and I will lay out these cards for you. All right. Definitely like what I see so far here, Virgo. All right, very interesting spread. Okay, so let's start off for you here, Virgo, in your opportunity slot for mid to late January. So up top this row, you have the Seven of Wands, the Sun, and also the King of Wands as your opportunity for mid to late January. So I definitely feel like there's a sense for you to step into some kind of like further leadership role where you may have to like offend some people. You may have to be willing to be looked at as the bad guy here, okay, Virgo, because this is your opportunity, right? So you have the Seven of Wands and also the King of Wands. So I feel like this is you stepping into kind of like some sort of really confident self-expression. This could be within your relationships or even at work in your career, like moving into a new level of your own like self-authority and like self-actualization. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands, it's almost like an identity crisis where you may have to like cut out certain energy that keeps you tied to the past and keeps you from like pushing forward, okay? Because your challenge as well is to push forward with that that Chariot. You also have the King of Pentacles here, so I feel like there's a certain maturation, like a maturity that's going on in your life right now, Virgo. And you also have the Sun card here, which is just amazing. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you guys to kind of just like embrace how your life is going. I feel like you guys are in a good spot here. Like maybe you've had some sort of newfound success in whatever it is that you do. You know, even if you're single and you're like just looking for love here, because you have 3 pages in your reading, I feel like it's a really good time for you guys to get out there, to explore, to lead, you know. Just overall happiness is your opportunity to claim it, if you can claim it, Virgo. Okay, then we move down here to we're going to clarify that in a second, but we move down here to the challenge for you, and we have the Chariot, the Page of Cups, and also the King of Pentacles as your challenge. So for some reason, I do feel like there's something tying you to the past, like something you need to defend yourself against, or like some sort of like credo that you need to live by to like defend, because you have the Chariot in your challenge. So this is a hard time pushing forward. Like I feel like there's something weighing you down here. You also have the Page of Cups in your challenge as the centerpiece to your reading. So some of you may be dealing with like a very immature person, okay? Someone who like is just playing games with you, kind of the Page of Cups here. Now for others of you though, there's definitely a challenge to like let out your inner child, because you have the Sun up top here, and you also have this advice from your spirit guides. The 2 pages are kind of like a youthful energy. So there is a theme kind of developing in this reading already where you do need to kind of take a kind of like a milder approach to life with the Page of Cups, where you kind of like play it cool, you have fun with life, because I think that's the opportunity as well for you guys. Tap into your inner child, start to have more fun. Okay, but then you also have the King of Pentacles as your challenge as well. So I feel like moving forward, like in business, right, the King of Pentacles, Chariot, like some of you may be you know, like once again, having that identity crisis. Now, for others of you, you may be dealing with a King of Pentacles, like some sort of boss figure in your reality, some sort of authority figure who's very wealthy or has power, that you might be kind of clashing heads with, because you see this Page of, or this King of Wands here. I feel like this is your energy to capitalize on. So it's almost like you might have to stand up to an authority figure and kind of like express, because the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands are technically equals, right? So I feel like you're an equal with someone in your reality that you weren't for some time. And there's a lot of people that may be not really being so comfortable with this change in status, or like this more confident expression by you. So it's definitely an opportunity to express yourself, to challenge anyone like above you, if that makes sense. But you know, then you have this childlike energy, which is would be like, forget about that whole like hierarchy above and below, like we're all equal. So there's this kind of like a pure energy coming through for you, but some people might perceive it as like negative, because it's just like bumping against their ego. Hope that's making sense here, Virgo. Okay, then we move down here to the advice from your spirit guides. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and also the Four of Swords here. So I feel like this is an experimentation phase of your life here. Especially for those of you who are single here. I do feel like quite a few of you are probably single who are listening to this. This is a time to kind of like let loose and maybe travel. So your spirit guides are wanting you to get into kind of like a youthful energy, right? The Page of Wands, Page of Swords. This is a very vigilant energy though, so they want you to keep being confident, right? Keep going with that King of Wands energy. Keep fighting off this nuisance, right? There may be something that you need to gather information about when it comes to kind of pulling away from this energy agitating you. But this overall, like the Sun, Page of Cups, and these two pages, like Spirit is saying for you to have fun with life at this moment in time. You know, don't be thinking too far ahead into the future, because I feel like you guys are already riding some sort of wave of momentum. Like you guys watching this reading are definitely like where you're meant to be in life. I do sense that, like you're evolving. You're certainly not in like, even though you have this youthful energy, I don't sense that it's like an arrested state of development. I sense that you guys are actually in the flow, which is beautiful at this moment in time, right? Then you also have the Four of Swords from your spirit guides as a piece of advice here. So your challenge is to push forward with the Chariot. So I would say like really think about what you're doing. You got to use your head here. Four of Swords to the Page of Swords advice. You know, there's a lot of plotting and thinking that needs to be done here, like really thinking things out, but yet maintaining that like harmony of a youthful spirit. So I hope that makes sense for you here, Virgo. For some of you, this could be thinking about how you're going to cut free from a certain relationship. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start clarifying some of these cards for you here, Virgo. So the first card that I want to clarify in your opportunity slot is this Seven of Wands, right? What is it that you're pushing against or defending yourself against? Let's just get a little bit more information on it here. Okay, we got a clear jumper jumping right out of the deck. And it is the Understanding card, okay? So this is kind of like the Knight of Cups in traditional tarot. So this could be fighting against like a deep realization within you though, is what I'm getting. Like, I think there's people around you that are starting to sense that you're meant for much bigger things. And as you start to embody that new King of Wands energy, this could be in your relationship or in the general way that you carry yourself, like an identity shift that I keep sensing. You know that you're beyond your current circumstances. Like you guys are going to be moving into an upward spiral, but your past is going to be kind of nipping at you here. So just be aware of that. Like there's always going to be those energies that don't want to see you level up. Okay. And I think it's going to manifest differently for different people here, but there's a realization that you're defending yourself against something that no longer is in resonance with you, Virgo. So, and you're not going to let it stop you. I think you have a deep understanding. Like this isn't like, it's what I sense. Like it's not going to stop you from shining, even if it's this King of Pentacles, right? Whoever you're dealing with. Let's also clarify this King of Wands, right? Why is this King of Wands in your opportunity slot here, Virgo? Let's see. Why is the King of Wands here in your opportunity slot, Virgo? Okay, the King of Wands is clarified by the Control card, guys. Control here in your opportunity. Okay, so this is you, you know, starting to live for what makes you feel good on the inside. And it's almost like this is one of those situations where I think people are going to start to view you as a little bit narcissistic, or like people, like sometimes the King of Wands can get a bad rap. They're like, oh, he's so self-centered, he's so self-absorbed. But really, you're breaking free of the control that most people are still under the illusion of. This control, like this card is all about making sure your life feels good on the outside, but in deep down, like when it comes to the inner emotional side of life, you feel horrible. So there's people around you here that you're almost like you're turning from a cocoon to a butterfly right now. You're like spreading your wings. And I think there's this deep programming coming up within you. It's also manifesting in the form of people that are trying to keep you small. Like it's a force that like you can't just let go and like be your natural best self. Like, so you understand though, especially with the understanding card, that this is an illusion holding you back. So I feel like you guys just have a really good sense of self-awareness, and the Sun card is also here to melt all illusions away. You see how the King of Wands is staring right at the sun. Like, don't stare at the opinions of other people. Stare right at the source, right? Connect with God and be your authentic self, I feel like is what this is saying. So let's go ahead and move on to your challenge, okay? And I want to clarify this Chariot. Why is this here in, why is it, like, hard for you to let go of that control and move forward? Let's get a little more info. Why is the Chariot here in your challenge? Okay, the Chariot is clarified by the Isolation card, guys, the Three of Swords. So, yeah, this is definitely a fear of losing some sort of thing that you have. And I feel like it has to do with people, or it has to do with, like, a certain group of people like perceiving you as a good person. You know, this is the Isolation card. You guys are afraid to move forward because you think you're going to be alone. You think you're going to lose people like that are closest to you or something like that, or you just feel like yeah, like you guys are leveling up right now big time, and it's hard. It's not easy. You're going to have to let go of a lot of people here, right? So the Isolation card, really interesting. And I think that's why all these pages are here, because Spirit is trying to tell you, hey, Virgo, you need to go out and make new social connections. Like, there's a whole new life available for you, but for some reason you guys are really, there's just deep programming you, clinging you to the opinions that other people have of you. No, they're not. Virgo's not the King of Wands. Virgo's just like a stupid Page of Cups, right? It's like, nope, you're actually the King of Wands. So, you know, that's what I see here. Let's also just clarify this Page of Cups, right? Why is this a centerpiece to your challenge here? And you see how the Page of Cups, like, there's almost people that are like offering you something that maybe you just can't see it because the face is turned away. So your challenge is to turn the other way and like look at, okay, I know I'm leaving people behind, but who else is coming in? Because there always is people coming that will come in for you, right, to replace the old ones. So I don't know. Let's see. Why is this Page of Cups here in your challenge slot? It's like you could just be looking at this with like a less serious attitude, like kind of just making fun of yourself, like making fun of life, and it will just be smoother for you here, Virgo. This transition, right? This development, this maturation. But let's go ahead. Last one. Why is the Page of Cups here in your challenge slot? Page of Cups is clarified by the New Vision card, guys. New Vision. Yeah, so this is a totally new life. This is a major arcana card here. It's funny that I said the whole caterpillar, like the transformation thing, because that's what's going on here. Not only are you guys like really like leveling up when it comes to your, just the way that you view yourself, like with more confidence, you have more respect for yourself. But it's deeper than that here. You're also like having the ability to maintain a childlike outlook, because that's why the Sun card is here with that inner child. So you guys are like understanding how to move through reality at a very deep level, a very integrated thing, which is now opening up a new life for you. Okay, so very good, right? And so just get ready for this. I think the King of Pentacles is here as well, because it's going to take a little bit of time for your identity to really shift, like subconsciously. Okay, like right now you guys just have a few programs running, but it's all going to fade out. Like time heals everything. So let's go ahead and clarify down here. Let's clarify this Page of Wands in the advice from your spirit guides. You know, why is this here in the advice position? Let's go ahead and see. Last one, why is the Page of Wands here? Okay, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Rebirth card, and this is so funny. This is a very synchronistic reading because we still have the inner child theme coming up once again here. So the Page of Wands is about exploration. You know, like when you look at children, they just do what they want to do, and they're very curious. So this is like an opening of curiosity about, like, to be honest, like I don't think you guys have like a set plan of like where you want to go or where you want to be exactly. Even though you have this King of Wands and the Sun, like you just don't care. This is like an inner transformation for you guys. So you're moving away from the camel, the lion, and now you're being the child. So the camel is like society. It's like the people that keep trying to pull you back from being like a star. And then you have the lion, which is kind of just being like a little bit too crazy, like too much of the King of Wands. Like the reason the King of Wands gets a bad rap is when he's like a dick or when he's like mean to other people. So you're also moving away from that, where you're the child, and it's crazy. This is the dichotomy. Like you have these two forces that you've mastered. Now you're ready for the third level. That's why you have the King of Wands and the Page of Cups, because it's this like childlike yet very driven energy, this very confident energy. So super powerful here. Let's also go ahead and clarify this Page of Swords for you as the last card here. Virgo, why is this Page of Swords here in your advice from your spirit guides for mid to late January? Let's see. Like this is saying, like, don't stop, like keep trying to figure out what your passion is. I think you guys are in alignment because you're where you need to be, but there's way more that's going to start to unfold for you very soon here, I sense. It's too much exploration energy for it to not. You have the Breakthrough card. Okay, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Creativity card, guys. This is like the Empress here. So this is all about feeding your inner child and like acting on that excitement, that raw creativity, that thing that makes you unique, like whatever you love to do. There's a lot of opportunity. I'm talking about like a complete transformation. Like this is a total shift in how you ever thought your life would go here, Virgo. Like this is a really big opening, okay, to a totally new frequency. So, you know, let it marinate, let it happen when it needs to. You're in the phase where you're almost a butterfly, you're in the cocoon still. So with that being said, I love this reading, Virgo. If you want more information on your situation or your life in general, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You could find all the information on that in the description box of this video. I always love working with you guys, but either way, I'll talk to you guys next week on your next reading. This is the Autistic Mystic. Hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Peace.